Hello, welcome to the World of the Week. That is as the second week. That's for what's inside analysis. Wishing the best for the Team England right now, um, together with their empire as well, their kingdom, and Alice, as the United Kingdom is as well, will for their own. Europe itself will side one or the other besides theirs. They're still playing. So I really wish them the best as they are now playing in the field. Loyalty and togetherness is the best form of high fidelity. To think as one, they have that in their blood, perhaps more than any other, giving their attributes, which they welcome and pass to other cultures that are their friends and allies within their team. Long ago, there was a myth that many sat in a table as one. I come from the Three Musketeers, France as well. It's beautiful to feel the sport in this way. Um, what is the best attribute we can play when something is missing? Because most players will have different talents, but they all learn the same. And sometimes you got to play what's needed to be played among the players. As a role player, I will pick what's necessary, goofy character, different strategies to bring different forms of responding to the playground. So, Norway has been publicized very much, and he has a funny, good player that has also become an influencer himself, making his funny posts in TikTok. So it's easier to reach an audience and be promoted as a influencer. That's not what a football player is made of. It doesn't matter how many times you will play your favorite algorithm. The reality of the playground is seen by the players. No coach has entrance there once it's set on. I really wish for the World Cup the best for United Kingdom and England, their game. Uh, I will be happy for Argentina and Spain, of course. I wish England the best. Is the place I inspired and honored to walk around and just feel the giggle and the chattery and learn what I might never learn, but at least get that part to enjoy in the scenario of England that I love so much. And sometimes I fight with others and say, I am more British than you, if you really look at it. I perhaps know more about the empire. I am working class right now, so why not bring it a joke? It's 11:10 on the 11th of July. I was just watching. It was 11th. 1 minute. I said, I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring a word for what's the meaning of insight analysis. So It's different when you are in an action mode. Within your team, what's needed most, right? Is an analysis. You know, Argentinians never share their tricks, of course. You could no, it's 11:11 of the 11th. This is funny. It is good to share sometimes. Is beyond tricks or techniques. Sometimes it's the spirit of the people. The also is very dependable on the power and the soul their people bring to their team, and also the relations around the world that inspire them to win as well. You see a lot of things being played in the grounds. You have with Norway the Nordic gods, and England has part of them as well. England has also from the Saxon and the Celtic and the Roman, even a few Spaniards who made it to just maybe a little bit of everywhere from around the world because it's been everywhere. Um, the hobbits, which are like the pure blood village people, the high elves. You will see different types of the British. From within, when I was in school, in boarding school, I was like, always remember to come back because here's the first place where you make your own money. They told me to make bracelets for the. I would just give them for free. I made all my school. Uh, well, I didn't do it. They just started to make bracelets for everyone, as I was just doing for everyone. I said, I'm not going to keep all these bracelets for me. We would just put a pin and put the other strings in the pocket. Sometimes go to town with it. We had these strings hanging in our pants. And I started it. I was just starting making to everyone. I said, you can make one also, to your friends. It's just very easy. Just make a knot. And you can go one way or the other way. So they would just sit around me, and everybody started, even the boys as well. So a teacher also came and say, you could do some and sell them in the concert where we're going to play music. And I said, yes, but I'm also singing in the concert. It was a concert of adults in London, because our director was a musician, of course, and he did play in concerts in India as well. So, well, I said, yeah, you can sell them when you're not singing, when you're not on stage. And I was like, I don't know, 13, 14 years old. So I brought a Walkman. We were used to record from the radio. And that was the first thing I brought. I was just so proud that I was spring, now I remember. And I just really hated that school because I was a brat. And I didn't want to speak English because I didn't like the people really, and the hippie culture and the disorder and the mess that I was looking at. But I really love England itself. When I would walk out of the school, play music to the cows. I was very popular in my other school, and I miss my friends dearly because they were all popular as well. That's what I do when I became popular, make everyone popular. I was not like I was the only popular person. Um, I don't like really people to follow me. So, I said, always remember this. Always remember this value for England because it's the first money you make. And being a child, I just started to see the values when we were in the recording studios of London as well, recording music. And I was very inspired by listening to the adults and the director talking with him. He was very worried with the music engineers, and I would be part of just being also. Well, I was a peacemaker. I will help them to put them together. Even though I didn't speak English, but there were a lot of Spanish kids as well that they would translate. Um, Puerto Rican that played the drums. It was very good. He just really hated the singing chorus, and I was, well, it's not all about you. Um, but I was just so proud to be with the director, and I was not raped, right? And go to the house of the musicians or their friends, because I was in India as well. I was in India, Ibiza, and the School of England. I felt very honored. I mean, of course, I also did the chorus in, in my school of the Prince. I was more sort of like an opera style, not like a rock band, but rock band like a uh, soft rock, I would say. But we were just looking at people that have Mohicans, and it would frighten me. But at the same time, I was just like, wow, I would love to have something like that. I always wanted to have a Mohican like Storm, and before meeting all these sort of like musicians and well, not rock stars, but it was a lot of music going on those times, 80s and 90s. That was to do with, and before, of course, with the Beatles. I grew up loving the music of England with my mother and father. My father and mother would travel to United Kingdom, to London, and there are pictures, and they made a store in Venezuela called the Rolling Stones, and of course they love the American music as well. My mother never listened to Spanish music or South American. She was very proud as well of the British as her own, not just for being blonde, blue eyes, but I really love for Britain the best, and I'm very grateful for all their people. And my father screaming all the time, I should be working for the British Parliament and explaining the system works there. Just been mainly the trauma that brought me here. Because he would never shout to us. He had very important things to be pissed off about with the government in our country, and he was always redirected to a positive solution, and his only escape at home with his family when he would come, when he was really really mad, because he always came screaming of what was going on. My mom was proud to listen to him because she would know before it would go in the night news. And it was really bad. He would just start screaming that he should be working for the British Parliament, which is, if not the best in the world, one of the best. And he would just, because his name was Arthur. So he took it literally, really. I mean, he was a writer. So here I am. Just can feel the power in the earth, and they're all going to the store. The kids are dressed with a uniform for football, and the people were picking up others, and in the store as well. I am. I'm compelled to go and watch the game, but sometimes I'm just more like kinesthetic. Just want to feel it in the air, and of course, I would love to go to the pub. Uh, think I know they're going to win. So it's sort of like a waste of time. Some years ago, I didn't see any game, and I thought I'll just watch the final. I never told anyone because I was in Canada, and people resented a lot if I said that I go for Argentina. Um, Not everyone. I just wanted to avoid 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10 that would just say something unfit because I'm very superstitious as well when it comes to Argentina. And when England was playing the other time, Spain, I couldn't just help it because I live here. I wanted to go for England. But the Spanish started to come out and just dressed in black to be neutral. But it's just getting like, yeah. Because it's just beyond yourself. Your genetics come out like monsters out of the dungeons or the underworld, and calling for your heritage just takes over you. So, because it's not playing against Spain or Argentina, but I would love to go for England, of course, if it's playing against Argentina. Um, or against Spain, even though they're good players, all of them, and that's what makes a good match. But only one wins. This is the hardcore reality. And in the same way, it's being disputed the rules and the power of the omniverse, the multiverse. That is not meta. All right. There is a lot of illegalities going on. And it's been 5, 6 years of mediations to get to a final where all the players have a part of it, who involves the parts of the world for their characters, the percentage as well. And at least just to give it a go for the first generation of role plays in virtual reality and keep moving. All right. Instead of investing in problems to create more problems that are illegal. Because even when the truth comes to the Rothschild family, they will say, "You're not the Beyonder, you're not the owner of the multiverse. Look what you've done. You've done this to yourself. They gave you part of the formula." We might be living in United States, but we live also in France and around the world. Our affairs are from the First Testament, the from the Alpha to the Omega. So where you think you are? You're all twat. We invested in you, not to destroy the work, everything that we want in the wall, work better for the multiverse itself. That's what the highest powers of all say, of course. It's very nice to see Harry here, after all. He's a better brother than Andrew to King Charles. I was happy to see the Prime Minister Stammer with the members of NATO and wish him the best. He stood still and dignified. I wish he stayed until people vote for the next. Why did he have to renounce? Would somebody say I renounce, but and then say I don't want to? I regret. I have the right to say I changed my opinion. Because some people want to install United Kingdom and England. That is a dishonor. Today I dreamed with Trump, and Trump also wanted to. He wanted to. Uh, he also wanted Tucker Carlson to support him, but he was mad. Trump was in a bad mood. He was just asking for support for supporters, the people that supported him. That's what happened when you want to be the owner of the world and forget everyone who supported you. But nobody wants to kill him. I don't know why he wants these shows to make himself important, that some people want to kill him. I was like, okay, I'll support you. So I put my hand to see if he wanted to shake it. Because when you shake a hand, you have a deal, right? But it was a dream, it was not a thought. It was a dream. When a person doesn't want to shake a hand, it is it doesn't mean there is no deal there. He was just mad and he's not gonna give in. But that dream was because I was watching how he pat the back of the director of NATO, and then he turned back to salute another person. And that stood in my mind, like, what a bad player. He is a backstabber. I'm only interested for the peace, world peace, and wish him the best. If he didn't come to a climax to unite the world for a tech globe and the rights for the multiverse, there's no deal. No deal. So the director of nature turned his back, and he was already giving his back to pretend he's so important. I mean, if somebody called him, he did it on purpose. But he shows that also when he was here. So welcome to eat a dinner with the king. He looked like he was having another play behind. I wish he was honored, really, to do the best of it all in his term, presidential term. That's why I said, well, of course I will. You want support? No, I can forgive when people make mistakes if they want to be better. Because if you look at all people like me, we're millions and millions of spots in the world who also support without being Americans. Because one little word, one viewer more, is a big wave of influence. So if you like to watch a good match, you will go watch England right now. Which, by the way, I should go to watch the game. What am I doing in here? So I'm gonna just go right now to the pub. Um, Celebrate life. That's the victory all the way. Everyone is putting their best thoughts to see it come through. That's all that matters, right? That's why it's so important to shake hands with all the people that supported you and understand the there are better ways to invest on green energy. So it's supplied, but it should be worked 24/7. So it works. So the energy is provided green without having to bring the economy down. Because United Kingdom is investing on higher. It has so much power that money cannot count it. So those who have money support England as well. It depends for the future of the world. I wish it just becomes from here more universal. But you need that elegance and key element to not play an arrogant card. It's not about arrogance or emotions or psychology. You have trained all your life to be there in the arena, in the field, from childhood. Every second that you're playing right there is yours. The ball is yours together as one. My best wishes to England. Thank you so much, England. Bye. And for you as well. What is analysis as one within the old playground? Bye. Can only work from within when you are all one together. Bye.